Previously in Dolmenwood.
The Honourable Knight Sir Cromwaller was found dead.
He was drugged and then murdered.
Who cares about the night? What's happening to our kids?
I understand, brother. Will not cause a stir.
Is that as far as you think it went, or do you think you acted upon that will?
Killed him, okay? I woke up next to him, holding rope.
We need to go and work out what's happened. Nub says that the body smelled like the wine. I smell like the wine. There's a dead mouse involved. I had a dead mouse earlier. I'm not quite sure where that fits in.
Last time I saw him, he was spouting, "Oh, they didn't stop with my boy."
So Cromwaller then couldn't keep Sturm. He was throwing his weight around and he was picked off. Is that what you're saying?
I tell the young adolescents to bugger off to the Nunclestones. You see, like, letters of, unmistakably, you're like, oh, those are like the Nunclestones. Talking about choosing of the chosen. And then, like, 3 days hence, congratulations to the chosen. Hello, my fabulous fluffsters, and welcome to Dice Fluffers Do A Dolmenwood. My name is Luke, and I will be the guy who says things like, no, it's definitely Constitution if you do like that. Yes, I know it means it's -3 for today's episode. This episode closes Act 1 of our Dolmenwood campaign, and after this, we will take a little break and return to the aftermath of the events you are about to witness. We plan to return after the summer, but chances are you're listening to this months or even years from now. If so, I'm sorry, as what I just said is irrelevant. Roll on episode 8, baby! Okay, content warning. This episode contains violence and language saltier than a sailor's tears. And with that, let us begin.
I'm not sure now we've got these papers, if, like, we've got the papers, tick. We need to go and break Matthew out, tick. And then we can smush them both together. Because I feel like if we just, like, Scooby-Doo the shit out of these papers, it's going to take us hours, and we'll be waking up as we see, like, fucking Matthew being burned at the stake or something.
Yeah, It's quite possible. We might be able to, even if we're caught in the act of breaking Matthew out, we might be able to, like, throw the papers at them and go, "There's something here." Let's all crack on. With those pocketed, and getting out of there is, like, quite important now, especially with them bringing more bodies back. Jospree's very much like, okay, he feels validated just by going in and doing that and getting something out of it that kind of got your attention. He's clocked that you're smarter than him, Oberon. He's very much kind of like, I that must have impressed you. Now we can go and do what you want to do.
Sort of figure shift, sort of just up ahead, sort of take a turn, possibly for a second or two, and head down one of, like, the side streets.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you see it again, and it's a different hooded figure. Look like very stealthily, sort of darting past. Completely confident you did not see them, and yet you did.
Is the kind of hood shape the same hood shape that I saw in my vision when I touched Matthew?
Yeah, I mean, like,
It's a hood.
Yes, but whether that's significant.
I'm going to grab Jospree's arm and be like, that was the people that I saw. That's it. That's stop shaking your arm. It's them. Fucking them.
Did Josprey leave armor? And what are you wearing?
I never took the armor off. That was a ruse to get in there. Still wearing the shitcaked armor, yeah.
Even though you felt his ghost go through you.
Yeah.
You see another hooded figure go, psst, psst. Put your hood up. What are you doing here? And then, like, to you, Josprey, what are you doing here? And then runs.
What they said, what are you doing here to me?
You realise, Oberyn, you're still wearing your kind of, sort of friar sort of uniform.
Who was that?
Well, I don't know.
They seem to know me, which is concerning because
They seem to know me.
You notice as well they're all every time you've encountered them, they're going one direction.
Look, we've just walked out of a dead man's house. You've blown the windows out. We found some suspicious documents, and they know about us. Should we check that out?
Do we follow them? I mean, it looks like there's more of them than us.
At a distance. I wasn't planning to go in and do the fucking blow the windows out trick again. You can't do that again, right?
I won't be able to do that again for a little while. I'm not allowed to.
Okay. And next time you do that, I want a warning. Like, let me know in advance. Maybe give me a day to brace myself, because that was horrifying. Never do that again.
So some people back at home like shout a word when they do it, like a special power that people say. They'll be like, "What's that wind?" And then a gust of wind will come out.
Right. Okay, that's... Where are you from?
Townsville, then they're out.
And they're doing that at Townsville.
They are, yeah.
Josprey just, at this point, quite hungover, quite tired, just makes a mental note never to visit Townsville. He's like, okay then, like, that sounds horrible. I'm never going there.
That's what they do. Right.
Okay, well, let's track a little bit just to see where they were off to, and just make sure they're not going to the police about us. We don't need that.
Oh yeah. So I think the police guys went that way. So should we follow them this way?
I agree. Let's keep our distance. Let's track them.
They don't call me over on Whispers and Shadows for nothing. It's my family name.
Okay, so you follow. Are you doing so sort of secretly, stealthily?
I'm trying.
Trying to.
I've got to kind of ask you this, sorry, but is your hood down? Or is
Mine?
It up? Yes.
Oh yeah, down. Like I've got no idea.
So head completely up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can Josprey just kind of spot that, like, he's got a hood, you should use it, just kind of like gesturing, like, throw that up, you can keep a low profile at the very least. I'm fucking shimmering here. I'm shimmering brown.
So yeah, Josprey, maybe you clinkle away and you maybe like push Oberyn sort of like forwards. And Oberyn, you find you kind of in almost like a stream of like a rabble of people. And
at this time of night,
you can hear like hushed whispers between them. Not a lot, like just maybe just over like half a dozen. Sort of whispering. And they're kind of like running through. You see the spire of the church kind of pass to your left. And you might hear like a sort of rustle of some like creature sort of like around by the cemetery as you kind of go through this kind of like murky, misty, like very, very, very early morning, and you realise you're out of the town and you see this kind of like hill kind of curl upwards, and you see these huge stones, like huge, gigantic stones. Like a ring of very, very old moss-covered stones looming. They've been looming over the town, and you're finally like moving towards them for like a closer look.
It's beautiful.
As you kind of go through this path, you can see that the path is not very often walked. You can tell that it has been walked like recently and relatively regularly, but there's still like weeds and thicket and bracken. It's kind of like a kind of carved patch in kind of like long grass that's not been cut, right? It's not used a lot, but it is used by some. Not a popular place. And you kind of head up towards, and you see the other hooded figures kind of like gather sort of in the center. And kind of like look to each other, and they kind of go, hang on, is this right? Yes. Right, I think, maybe, should be 7 of us? No, there's 8. Why are there 8 of us, guys? Why are there 8 of us? And someone's like, okay, that's weird, what's going on? Who are you? You're not one of us.
What are we doing here?
Whoa, who the fuck are you? They all freak out and they're like, hey, who the fuck are you? Who?
Hey, calm down. I should ask you what you're doing next to my front door.
One flips her hood back and it's this like young, like teenage girl. I thought you invited him. Did you guys not invite him?
Have I been invited?
Have you been invited? Has he been invited?
Somebody definitely invited me. I wouldn't have come here otherwise.
Well, okay. Well,
Yes.
Who invited him?
Matthew.
None of us are called Matthew. He means Martha. He means Martha. Says the
Martha.
girl, and she's like, he's me. I invited him, obviously. Martha, what the hell is this? This is not as per the rules and regulations of this moot. You should have done this in express time. Oh, fuck off, Derek.
Yeah, fuck you, Derek. You fucking pious prick.
It's not very nice. Look, right, we're here because this is it. This is the choosing of the chosen. Well, everything we've gone through, everything we've done through, it's been for tonight, and one of us will be chosen. Do you want to investigate where you are to some degree?
Yeah. Am I doing intelligence?
Yeah, sure. Is Jospray hanging back?
Yeah, just keeping as lower profile as he can currently. Maybe hiding some reeds.
What did you get, Cub?
8.
8. Oh, okay. So as they're kind of like having this conversation, you look up and scream. You see a swirling pink and orange vortex in the sky above the stones.
What the fucking hell's that?
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? What the fucking hell's that up there?
What are you pointing at? We can't see anything. What are you talking about?
You can't see the up there.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Obviously, everyone can see the portal, right? Yeah, of course. We can all see it, right, guys? Yeah. Of course, we can see the portal. Yes, of course.
What colour's the portal?
Oh, everyone knows it's. What was it again? Pink.
Yeah, pink and green, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, red.
Yeah, no, it's not. It is not pink and green.
Beige. I think it was beige.
Look, what is happening here? Please.
It's the choosing of the chosen. And anyway,
Jospray, come over here, please.
He'll be here soon.
Who will be here? Jospray? No, Jospray's just round the path. He's fine. He's on his way.
No. Don't. If
Don't
you
what?
do that, then the chosen will be cancelled. He won't
I
come.
don't think anyone. No one's being chosen. No one is being chosen. It looks frightfully dangerous.
This is the night. The chosen is tonight. No, please don't ruin this.
Jospray kind of walks out as he's called out. He's got some of the documents in his hand, and he's treating them like their registration forms. So he's just trying to act like he's part of the whole process. He's like, sorry to arrive late here, tardiness. I do apologise. Night Weevilman here. I've come to oversee the choosing of the chosen. I've got the registration forms here. Do we have a Martha? Here?
Check Derek off as well, Jospray.
We'll check Derek off. We just need to check in terms of your registration for choosing of the chosen. How long have you been attending these ceremonies, Martha?
Who are you?
I am Knight Weevilman. I am here on behalf of the chosen committee to oversee the registration process for the choosing of the chosen.
You treat the Knight Weaverman with respect, Martha, okay?
Yes, this is
One of the tall hooded figures steps forward and pulls out a knife and says, "Get him out of here. If he ruins this, I've got to wait another week, maybe a month, maybe 2 months, who knows? Get him out of here or I'll get him out of here."
Look, friend, we're all tired, okay? Put the knife away. No one's going to get chosen if you're waving a blade around, are they?
Get your friend out of here or get him in some robes.
He's not my friend. He's the Knight Weevilman.
I'm going to count to 10.
I'm going to ask who you are. Are you on these papers? Can I have your first name?
He just starts counting.
Can I do... Would it be wisdom or intelligence? Like, have I ever seen a portal? Like, is this anything fairy?
Yeah, maybe you've seen a portal in fairy before.
8 on whichever roll I need to do.
Yeah, I mean, you feel like you'd need probably a better look at it, and you're kind of being distracted by kind of like what's going on sort of around you. but you do glean that it doesn't seem like it's massively like relevant right now, at least to these like people. They don't like ever seem to like look up at it.
Josbury, can I ask you a question? Can you see this?
5.
Hang on. Portal, swirly thing. Can you see it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, everyone. Something terribly queer is going on here, and everyone just needs to calm down. If you've got a knife, put it down. If you've got a gun, put it down. If you've got any offensive weapon,
All
just
right.
put it down. Something's going on here.
Sorry, you got a knife,
that-
put it down.
that is not what you think it is.
You don't really make it to the end of that paragraph, I feel, and the hooded figure like lunges towards Josbury with the knife
Big mistake.
towards your throat. What do you do?
Well, I clearly dodged that with ease. This is he's not gonna. I've sensed him angry from the off since he started the countdown. So bracing for a fight. So yeah, I'd like to kind of dodge out of the way of that knife and try and grab his other arm as he's kind of going past me to
You're trying to dodge, right? So be dexterity.
dodge. Yeah, I was hoping it would be strength, but dexterity makes more sense. Yeah, I got a -1 on that there with me. Oh, don't want to swear on stream. Oh, that's rubbish. That's a 2.
That's a 2.
That's a 2.
Catastrophic.
That's 2.
All right, what damage does a dagger do?
Oh, for fuck! One time I get to fight. That's what I'm here for. The tank, apparently.
That is going to be 1 damage.
Okay.
But you've got armor, I believe.
I do have
So
armor.
it kind of like, you know, goes right into your armor, but doesn't manage to like make it to like flesh.
Okay.
And he's kind of wobbling it like a kind of can opener, like almost surprised that he even made it through the armor. Kind of like scraping away. What do you do?
I want to put my hand on his head. I presume he's smaller than me. Like not as tall. Perhaps like I can get like a hand.
No, he's the tallest. He's the biggest one.
Oh, is he big? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a deep voice.
I want to get my hands onto his hands where he's got the knife. So I want to be able to pull that knife out and like push him back, basically.
Okay. Yeah, so strength, I guess, or yeah, this is probably combat now.
Yeah. Happy to be in combat. I'm looking to detain him. That is what I want to do mainly.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So strength roll. Here we go. 4. This is gone.
Oh dear. All right. He dodges and sort of punches you in the stomach, and it hurts. It hurts quite a bit, but you don't take any damage. It looks like you're getting. It looks like you're losing the fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna like
That's the
overrun.
worst thing.
Yeah, but my pride is hurt, and that's not great.
It's. I mean, he kind of punches you in the stomach, and then pulls his hand back and goes, "Oh fuck, is that? Have you shit yourself?" And they'll go, "Ah."
I just like look up, spit some like a bit of blood out of my mouth, and just go, "Not recently." Like a hush, think I'm cool guy tone. I look over Oberon like, little help, like get my ass kicked.
You need to go and get your head down. Look, I want to leave this town. It's an awful town, and this is my one moment to be taken, to be chosen for something better, for something greater. It's all I've ever thought about, and I'm not letting some piece of shit knight who's smelling a shit ruin that for me. And I can't stay in this town another moment longer. Do you know how miserable I am? Go and hide in a bush, please.
Where do you think it's taking you?
It's taken us to
Where?
a better place. We're chosen to be important, to be mighty, to go and gain powers.
Game powers where? That portal ain't taking you anywhere good, fella.
It's not the portal. This is just where we meet. And he who chooses the chosen will come.
I'm telling you, mate, there's a fucking portal up there, and it's bad news.
Oh, who's? I'm just for like, who's choosing the chosen? Who does the choosing of the choosing here?
The chooser?
Who's the choice maker?
We don't know him. We don't know who it is. We all wear hoods. It's kind of the point.
Why do you trust someone you can't see so much? That doesn't make sense.
Philosophical.
He talks to us and tells us of things.
Can I show you something?
Amazing things.
Can I just show you this one document, and you just let me know if you've seen it before? How about that?
Okay. Yeah. Go for it. What are you pulling out?
I want to pull out a document where the scribblings were not crumwallers. You said there was some scribblings that weren't. Were they the ones with drawings as well, by any chance? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
You get those out, and Martha runs forward and goes, "Hey, my drawings. Where'd you get these?"
Are you familiar with the surname Crumwaller, Martha?
No.
No? Okay. Don't worry about that. That's not so important for you to know about. These drawings, who have you been drawing them for? Were they just for yourself, or were you drawing them for anyone in particular?
To spread the word of the choosing.
Who told you to do that?
It's the chooser.
The choice maker. It sounds better.
Who is this guy, Derek? I mean, I don't know. You invited him. Shit.
No, she invited me. I invited him.
Right. I think the best thing we can do right now is to all leave this area and get to a safer spot. This doesn't seem like a great place to be having a mother's meeting or any sort of meeting. How about that?
One of the sort of hooded figures, kind of off the way, like turns and goes, "Yeah, he's coming. He's coming. You need to go now."
I'm gonna put my hood up.
You kind of sort of hide behind a tree, and as the figure comes and the other sort of hooded figures kind of like get into position to kind of like get ready, like in this sort of circle, one of the hooded figures sort of enters, holding sort of like a torch, and kind of swoops it around, and hears a crack as one of you, kind of crack on some like dry twig down by the base of the tree, and just like looks and then just starts running away.
Oh, we're after. Got to get after him.
You fool! You dickhead! What did you do? What did you do? You've scared him off. The others kind of like shout at you, and you make hot pursuit.
Hot pursuit. I go, stop that choice maker!
This figure just runs down the hill, runs down this sort of like path towards like towards the bottom of the hill.
You can make the right choice. Stop.
All right, what is Oberyn doing?
Also chasing, but literally as he's leaving, he like shouts back to the group. He's like, "Guys, honestly, there's a portal. Just please get out of there. You'll get sucked in. Everyone will die. It'll be terrible. Please." And he just sprints down the hill.
Let's go with I think it's going to be Constitution, right? This is endurance, and you're in plate armor.
Yeah,
that's okay.
9 Constitution.
8.
Here we go. Let's roll.
8. Okay.
I got a 6.
Okay. You so mark it on your sheet.
Yep.
And you fall down the hill spectacularly. You just go and it's like a tin can filled with meat.
And shit.
Just being cratered down the hill. This is gonna hurt. I went a bit too gung ho here. Okay, that is 6 damage.
Holy fuck.
What are your hit points?
My hit point's 7.
Christ. Okay, so yeah, you take like 4 hit points, 4 HP, right?
So 4. So yeah, okay, 4 hit points removed then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Oberyn, you make sort of fast pursuit of this kind of hooded figure. As this hooded figure sort of like ambles towards you follow them towards like the sort of rear of the church. They enter sort of like a back door and then kind of turn the back door kind of towards themselves as if to kind of like lock you out. What do you do?
Try and speed up a little bit more and just launch myself at the door. Just shoulder into it.
All right, dexterity.
Oh dear. I think that's a -1 on my dexterity as well. Oh, it is, yeah. 4.
The door kind of slams in your fingers and slams shut. And then you hear a lock.
Can I run around the front of the church?
Okay. Before you do that, Jospray, what are you doing? You've sort of reached the sort of bottom of this hill.
Oh, the Tin Man hurts. He hurts real bad. Did he? Did Josh Spray see them go into the church? Did he see that much, or he has no idea where they kind of went off to?
Yeah, you see sort of like the path towards the back of the church, and you see like Oberyn kind of like banging on the door, then sort of like turning around to sprint around the front of the church. So you kind of catch up to him just by the virtue of the fact that he's had to like go backwards. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
To come back to where you are. So you're kind of like getting up and he's kind of like running the other way, like this way. And you're like,
I'd say I'd just go to Oberon. You just make sure he doesn't leave. I'm gonna go and get the constabulary to sort this out. I'm gonna get some backup.
Do we know that the constabulary aren't in on this?
We don't. No, I guess not. But at this point, what we've got to lose? Someone's ran away from a shady scene. I mean, that's our best chance for suspect.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, you don't trust them. You don't trust our police.
I mean, it's not that, but like it could be anyone. Could be some of these weirdos who are literally standing under a portal. Like you don't stand under a portal. Like fairy, there's rhymes. Like if there's a portal, never chortle. Move away, live another day. That's how the rhyme goes. You don't stand under a portal. There's some crazy people, and I don't know if they're all from the church. I don't know where they're from, but they all live in this town.
Well, I think we need to include people we can trust on this. There's only 2 of us, and I don't know if there's a secret way out of the church. We might not be able to get in. If we can surround it, we can put the heat on them. They might even give themselves up.
It's worth a try.
If not the police, maybe I can go. Maybe I can speak to Baldric. Maybe I could go and get him.
Yeah.
He thinks there's some shit going down.
You're not going to the front of the church now. You're not going the other way around.
I feel like I went to go, and then Jospray arrived, and now we're having this sort of chat. If you go and get people, I'll go around the front.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to come back out this way.
Back outside when you arrive, like try and save me.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's go Oberyn then.
He's going to unsling his staff that he's just been wearing. Put his hood up, walk around the front, and he's going to try the front door of the church. Is it open or?
Surprisingly, it is. You sort of open the door and step through, and as you go inside, you kind of walk up the sort of central aisle. And as you kind of approach, you see something just before sort of like the front row of pews. And as you get sort of closer and closer, sort of tentatively, you realise it's a body. And then you see the wounds. And then you realise it's a dead hooded figure. Obviously, you can't be absolutely certain, but it feels like the same sort of body of the person you were chasing.
Can I, while still looking around, just put my hand on him, just detect magic, see if there's anything?
Nothing magical, just looks like steel.
Cool.
And very, very cleanly sort of done.
Fucking humans. I'm going to head back out the door. Well, I assume I'm going to try and head back outside the door.
Yeah, you go and turn to sort of head back. And a sort of figure steps in the way, brandishing a sword.
Good evening.
You don't really need to say a good evening because it's someone you know. It's your brother. And he says, "You bloody moron. You only had to do one thing. Absolutely nothing. And you've ruined it all."
Hang about. What? You told me to make sure there wasn't a fuss. And I've come here and there was fucking fuss everywhere. I've tried to stop the fuss.
Yes, well, it would appear I made a severe underestimation on what you were actually capable of.
What do you mean?
Now I've got to tidy up all of this mess, and I don't think it's going to work now.
What do you mean it's not going to work? Did you kill him?
He walks round to one of the back of the pews, and he starts dragging a body. And you sort of look round, and you see this kind of like this dark sort of hole in the world, sort of like just a black gash. And you know it as kind of like a shadow sort of portal, sort of a way of kind of traversing across worlds, possibly like between worlds. And you notice the thing he's grabbing is Guillaume, and he's dragging Guillaume's body towards the portal.
Oh, wait. Hey.
And he just kind of stands him up and like looks at you. Yes, what?
That's Sidley's dad. You can't put him in there. What is wrong with you? This is a fuss. You told me to avoid fuss.
You need to come with me.
Did you kill that guy? Did you kill him with that sword?
Yes, of course I did.
Have you killed all the other people? Did you kill that guy in the ditch?
The guy in the ditch, Crumvaller. Of course I didn't.
There was fairy magic everywhere. Is this you?
Yes, because I had to cover it up. Because if we found out who really did it, there would be civil war, and it looks like that's going to happen now anyway, because you've been meddling. Now, are you coming through this portal or not? And if you're not, I'm leaving this friend of yours here, and he's going to take the rap for killing him.
But he can't, because he didn't. You killed him, not him. I'm not coming with him. My friend's coming back in a sec with some coppers.
Last chance. Come on, brother. He pushes Guillaume's body through the black.
I'll follow him.
You follow him into the portal, into the black. Okay, we're going to cut to Jospray. Jospray, what was your plan? You were going to get some officers. Yeah, let's say you've got Jeff and Lance. 20 minutes later, and you toddle up towards the church.
And I'm speaking in hysterics, like I'm tripping over myself, telling the story like over and over again.
And you go inside, only to find absolutely nothing out of the ordinary, except for a slain gentleman who you recognise as the torch-bearing, so-called chooser. Hood still sort of up and sort of sprawled across the church floor.
Take a deep breath because realise shit alley, and that's not just me wearing it. It's problems. I go, well, there we go. After everything I've told you, what kind of murderer in their right mind could live with himself? Clearly, he's topped himself after committing all these murders. This man is responsible for the predicament with Crumwaller. And the predicament you've got up on the hill with all of those, all of his patrons. This man. I lift up the hood. Do I recognise who it is? Because I'm going to lift the hood up.
It's Father Dobie.
Oh, I go. At first I go, this man, Father Dobie. I go, Father Dobie. I double take this man, Father Dobie. Father Dobie. Yeah, I believe he couldn't live with himself for committing the atrocious crime of killing Crumwaller.
Okay, we cut to Fairy, the world of Fairy, and you have Thatcher kind of sort of enter the space, followed by Oberyn. Guillaume is kind of like strewn across the floor there. Thatcher turns around and goes, look, I'll explain, okay? I'll explain.
Yeah.
Father Dobie was doing stuff for Lord Malbleet. Not right stuff, okay? He was doing something with some teenagers, taking them to be used for Malbleet's experimentations.
Is that what the fucking portal was?
What port? The portal above the Nunklestones. No, it's just a great big portal that's there. These were just children just following a cult. They wanted to leave their town. They didn't realise they were being taken via a secret tunnel from the church to the castle to be experimented upon. Malbleet's all about it, but we had to cover it up because Crumvaller had found out. And this Father Dobe is a complete idiot, so I gave him a rune so that he would enchant, one of his orderlies to go and do it, and that was it. That's all you had to do, was just show up and just let that thing happen. But now you've stuffed it all up.
Well, if you'd have told me, you great fucking daffodil brain pillock, instead of just letting me fucking run around the town, if you'd have said, oh, by the way, mate, we've got some plans going on, like, share the information.
Look, you make a valid point, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I didn't think you'd be smart enough.
You've always been a jumped-up prick, you have.
Yes, well, I'll take you back now.
You can't take me back. Matthew's still in prison.
What? And he opens another sort of like door. Look, come this way.
No. You. All of this is because of you. There's an innocent guy in prison. Some of it might not be you. There's an innocent guy in prison that will probably die in a few hours if I don't go back and get him out.
You really don't know how this works, do you?
Well?
We're in fairy. Time bends, it curls, it curves here. You know it doesn't make any sense. You're in fairy now. Who's to say that when you get back... Look, it's probably best if you just go and take a look. Might want to take your priest friend with you. And as you kind of look through the kind of shadowy sort of doorway, you can see the town on the other side, and it's been misshapen. Fortifications. It's rampant with people and bustling, and it looks like a town preparing for war.
I don't want there to be a war.
It's too late. Next time in Dolmenwood. 3 years have passed. You need to understand one thing about our world, brother, says Thatcher. Time flows unevenly in fairy. Those bold or hapless mortals who journey for long periods in fairy often find that, upon returning to their own world, only a few days have passed. Conversely, one who makes a brief dalliance in fairy may find that years have passed upon their return to mortal world. As Oberyn and Guillaume place their feet back into the mortal world, they return to a Langshorn of 3 years hence. A Langshorn that was shaped by the trajectory they had put it on, and one that was shaped by two who stayed during that time. The errant squire and his companion, who never knew what had become of the strange gentleman and that wandering friar.
It can't be tolerated. Not any longer.